Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Aaron, and I am playing Brother Benedict.
And I'm Jeremy, I'm playing Grayson Digby.
And I am Mike, and I'm playing Valentine Montecute.
And I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Missed the Entire Play, Demetrius Norden.
And I'm Johnny, playing Byrom Michaels.
And I am Jordan, and I am the GM. So previously on Bone Throwers Theater, a lot of stuff happened. That was a pretty eventful episode.
It was.
You guys got to catch a play.
We all got secrets.
You all have secrets that you need to tell each other, except Brother Benedict, who's an open book. And then,
secret!
Grayson has a delivery he's got to make because he put an imposition on himself.
Hopefully it's been made by now.
Yeah,
That was his note.
Yeah. Valentine had a rough day.
Yeah, nothing didn't really go well for me.
No, he got noticed by his arch nemesis Templeton when they listened and they heard that the play troupe was going to pick up the gears from Dyncham House, and it sounded like there was talk of a sacrifice of some kind, a sacrifice of a pure heart.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. This is when the Law and Order music plays.
Yeah.
Well, Toad doesn't have a girl much longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, after Toad delivered the message, he was supposed to meet us back at the clock shop.
Okay. No Toad.
No Toad?
Toad does not show up. So, all of you, minus Toad, reconvene back at Ye Old Clocks and Clockworks. Unless Jeff has a better name for it. Nope!
You're not supposed to put me on the spot.
Moving on.
I'm terrible at coming up with names.
So anyway, you all are now sitting around a table. There's a candle in the middle of the table, so there's this creepy light going on that seems absolutely normal to a world without electricity. And
Oh, hold on. I do have a name.
oh, finally.
Timing is everything.
Oh, come on.
It is my quote.
Creepy light, a lot of tension in the air because of what you all have found out. So go ahead. Who has the most information to deliver?
Well, I think there are three of us that believe we have the most information.
Yeah,
to deliver.
right.
Considering we don't know what the others have.
Grayson is going to step up and he's going to stand up and he's going to say, we need to know, and he looks right at Valentine, says, what is this business with Templeton?
Talk, Templeton, distract.
Templeton. He's a playwright and an actor.
He's also... The three of us that were at the play could probably have understood what that play meant.
Oh, I understand what it
There's
could
a lot
be.
of hidden messages that seem to be directed,
However,
towards...
And Templeton has a connection with Dyncham.
Yes, he does.
I don't know if anybody else noticed. They saluted each other at the end of the play.
They did.
That play was all about dethroning the queen.
Yes.
yes.
And...
Well, this is news.
all right. Me and Brother Benedict went backstage. We heard a lot of information from Dyncham.
Sacrifice. He
Excuse
said
me?
sacrifice.
Basically, this is what...
Dyncham said sacrifice.
Yes, but there's more that came before that. Dyncham said he was unhappy with two particular new individuals who were on the grounds and wanted them gone. And needed a pure of heart to be sacrificed.
All right, that's probably the girl I spoke to this morning. She apparently is friends with your buddy who found us in the prison and showed us to her. I did not acknowledge that it was
Buddy is a
yes,
the
very
wrong
loose
word.
term there. I know. But he did mention your name to her. She didn't remember it exactly. I, of course, did not confirm your name at all. Denied all knowledge, of course. But she was very frightened about what was going on the estate.
So it seems to me, putting pieces together, that Dyncham House is definitely involved with the stealing of the gears. Their goal, maybe through a bit of deception of Dyncham trying to get in close with the Queen, as far as an assassination attempt.
Gears were mentioned
Yeah, speaking
outside
of gears,
door. Delivery tonight.
my master
Yes.
has been taken.
Taken?
Taken. He left a note saying that he was taken.
Do you know where, by chance, he was taken?
Or by
Did
whom?
he say yes?
I do not know where or by whom, but I have my suspicions.
I'm actually going to use one of my perks. I'm using my recall perk. Because, yes, the idiot in the room has a
Has to
recall
remember.
perk.
That's awesome.
And I am going to relay the entire conversation we heard outside of the door, word for word.
Do you spend a hero point for that? I thought it was just once per session you get to do that.
No, I think it is once per session.
You get to-
Yeah,
Well, there we go.
you just get to do it.
There we go.
And you were able to relay all the different parts, how they were talking about a horologist, they were talking about a sacrifice of a pure heart.
So he doesn't know much, but he can mimic me real well.
The man is a virtual parrot. He's a didactic parrot.
And Grayson's jaws just kind of hit the floor. And where did this come from?
Either way, it confirms my suspicions that my
Also,
master has been taken.
If you know,
Like-
Valentine and I went to meet with Cyril's sister this morning.
Sister.
Girl?
Yes.
One of Cyril's family members this morning. She relayed more information to me about, well, not indirectly about Cyril's whereabouts, but maybe about his plans. Apparently, he has left home and has talked about gaining power and recognition for his family through his new endeavor. Considering what we saw with the play, I can only assume that Dyncham has offered some esteem and standing for those that are involved in his overtaking of the crown.
Well, we don't have much time if the transfer's happening tonight. We better get down to the docks.
Well, the transfer is supposed to happen tonight, but they need that sacrifice. Sounded like first.
Yes.
We can probably also assume that the two people to get rid of, one maybe be your master after he's completed his task.
Possible.
Well,
And the other
they said
is this.
somebody on their grounds, though.
Well, he
They
was
just,
taken.
They just took in the master this morning, so I assume it's probably an employee. Maybe Cheryl. Since he is the one who is friends with the girl who was very frightened this morning.
And he does have a big mouth.
Yes.
Very big mouth.
And he was the one in charge of watching us when we were prisoners.
Either way, he's getting fired.
Johnny, go ahead and roll me a single die.
6.
So it seems like we are taking a trip to the docks. Now, obviously, since we are all being recognized in one fashion or another,
Sir Master of Disguise.
Yes.
most of us need some
This
disguise.
costume-
Yes.
Costume and makeup.
If I could step in here, the docks are not where the
It's
gears
the-
are at.
it's
The
the
gears
Dyncham
are at the
house.
estate.
Yeah. They were transferring them to the docks.
Yeah,
Tonight.
they were transferring them to the docks.
To the
yes.
docks tonight.
Yes, but
So the sacrifice will probably happen on the estate, though.
Well, if we're going to get over there, we need to do it quick because night is now.
The night is upon us.
The night is upon
Like
us.
his Nigh.
No, the night is me.
my friends.
Well, in that case, what disguises would get us onto the Dyncham estate at this point on a night where they're making a sacrifice? Probably none.
Something similar to Brother Benedict's, I would believe. Remember what we saw yesterday?
Were they monks?
They were Riemann priests. But
Well, I hardly would pass as a priest.
We can do our best, and it'll be dark. We don't have to go into the temple itself necessarily.
No one will believe that I am a priest. Not in the slightest.
why not?
I'm only 17.
Oh, that's right.
You could be a priest in training. I mean,
A young brother.
yes.
If you all think that is the best disguise to get us in,
Unless you all have a better idea for someone we can throw together quickly.
How about we go with the standard dark clothes and stealth?
I got it. We can go as a circus troupe. What? It works in D&D.
I actually have done that. In PvP, yeah.
I think anybody who's played D&D has done that.
Yeah, done that. I've also done a troupe of prostitutes. That was interesting.
I don't think that would work for us.
No.
Johnny tried to do that in Shadowrun once.
Yes, I was a troupe of prostitutes.
Yes, you were. Well, the Dyncham estate. We need a plan.
I wonder where Toad is. You're supposed to meet us here after you deliver that message to the girl's sister. But we gotta get going.
All right, Sir Valentine, Master of Disguise, what do you got for us?
Well, we pretty much need to be
You've got coal black by
Very-
a ton.
incognito, obviously. Let's see. Do you guys have any old clothes, garbs, anything that just could...
Costume man over here.
Yeah, I got costume stuff.
Alright, well then, show us what kind of costumes you got, and let's come up with some clever disguises that will not make us look noticeable.
Essentially, if there's a costume we've played for the past 15 years, I have it.
Alright,
I have
then.
access to it.
Let's get your mind churning with these costumes then.
Where do you keep your costumes?
Well, I still I am good friends with the current carpenter of the big theater,
Right.
and so he lets me. Like I said, I have access to them. They don't necessarily belong to me, but he has let me borrow them in the past.
Okay.
So all we gotta do is go to the theater, and we have,
Okay, so you
Costumes.
go all the way back to where you just were.
or we can just put something together with what we have available here.
Sure.
Black cloaks, let's go.
Brown works too.
Yes.
Yeah, brown works too.
We brown cloak it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your coat looks mighty brown to me.
You've seen the estate, so you know the layout of the grounds, yes?
Well, I know general layout of the grounds, and I know decent layout of the house.
So you open the door, you come out, and who's going first? Who's leaving the building first?
You
Not
asked
me.
that question, and now
Not-
it makes us really nervous.
Not Grayson, because Grayson is at this point is still very unsure about how this disguise is going to work. Grayson would not volunteer to be the first one out of the
We're
door.
going to roll off of our chart.
It's a,
of
it's a
random
hooded
people.
cloak.
4.
Valentine
Valentine is going first.
Well, the actor, that would make sense for him.
Alright.
So, Valentine, as you open the door and you step out, there is an arrow that hits directly into the door jamb next to you.
Grayson is going to immediately move to the back and go invisible.
He's the only one outside the door, right?
He's like in the doorway.
Not even actually go out the door. Dad.
You
Just
open
it's
it
like,
up. Just,
Brother Benedict reaches out, grabs Valentine's shoulders, and yanks him as hard as he can back into the room.
Grayson, are you in there?
Let's see.
If you don't come out in 10 seconds, this warty little imp is going to get hurt.
So that's 10, 20. Arrow point to get 27.
Okay. And describe how it looks to somebody.
Grayson was probably somewhere in the middle of the pack since he was unsure about his disguise. But as soon as you see the arrow, you just see him just like slip back. And then if somebody was watching in the doorway, you see him slip back into, and it looks like he just fades into the blackness.
I kind of think of it looking like when Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
when Frodo puts on the ring and he just like.
So now he's invisible. I guess he hears that, and it sounds like, I'm guessing, Cyril.
How'd you guess?
He's going to walk straight out and look
Okay.
and see where Cyril's standing and what is going on.
Okay, so you walk out and you see Cyril on the rooftop of a building directly across from the clockwork shop. He has Toad tied up in front of him, and Toad is just like bawling his eyes out. He's got like 1 foot on Toad's shoulder. If he wanted to, he could just kick him off the roof and down onto the pavement head first.
Okay.
And you can see that he's notching another arrow and pulling it tight, and he's got it focused on the door waiting for somebody to come through.
This is across from your shop, so what else is there? Row houses? Is it other shops?
I would think that it's other shops, like businesses, like a lawyer would be across the street or something like that.
Yeah. So level 1 businesses, level 2 residences. It's like a townhouse type of situation. The buildings are made so that there's a floor, like the first floor is
A storefront.
a storefront.
How long would it take for Grayson to get up to the roof?
We would say 3 rounds of action.
3 rounds of action.
He's left,
Yeah, I'm
He's out of the
He's
building, but
invisible.
he's invisible, so you didn't see him leave.
but I know that he's not in there.
You
know
saw
that-
me. You saw me
I'm
go
gonna
back
shout
behind
him.
You
him.
know that you don't see him anymore.
So Grayson is
We'll
going
say
to
he's
try and
about-
make his way up to the roof. Not climbing on the outside of the building, though. I mean, he's going to try and make his way
Okay.
through, like
A
the
legitimate
building
stairway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to go up to the rooftop.
Okay, you remember, these are not flat roofs. These are thatched roofs.
Pitch roofs.
Okay.
Yeah, so he probably went through a window or he climbed up the walls with Toad.
Okay.
Probably dragged Toad up with a rope after he had gotten to the top. Question, sir?
Brother Benedict is going to crack the door and yell out, "No Grayson in here," and then shut the door.
What about this maggot's master? He should be in there.
What do you want from me?
Don't you want him back alive?
Yes, I do.
Tell me where Grayson is.
I don't know who Grayson is.
He's the snot that was with you in the dungeon.
Snot? I'm pretty sure I blew my nose that morning. Did you blow your nose that morning?
Yes, I blew my nose that morning.
All right, fine.
You all have clean noses.
Look, what do you want Grayson for?
He needs to stop interfering in other people's business. And another arrow, and this one is aimed for the window.
Oh, don't break my windows.
Window's broken.
No.
And
He has to
also,
roll for it.
Ah, yes, Jeff.
window's broken.
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not moving.
It's a 5. It's a 5 roll. And also, it's broken, and there was a clock in the window. And then it's off of the clock as it goes through. And
he's
the
going
clock
down.
just falls and it shatters on the floor.
He is going
That was
down.
about 4 months worth of work. It just explodes with gears and cogs and springs just going everywhere.
Pulls out his throwing knife. He's going down. Hadn't thrown it yet. Just pulls it out.
Understood.
How about instead of looking for Grayson, you do something to help your family?
Take off. He pushes Toad off of the roof, and you see him tumbling, and Toad screams.
How far is it from the front door to the other side of the...
It's at least 20 feet across the
Yeah.
street.
You'd have to be daggone quick to catch him. But
Had I made it inside of the?
You had to find an entrance that was unlocked, but you were able to get through.
Because of a complication, I have to try to save him.
Yes.
So I am ripping that door open, and I am running as fast as I can across the street.
alright, what should I roll for Toad? Because I do have a character sheet for him.
Oh,
just for
yeah,
damage.
might for damage. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You've got to be kidding.
Jeez.
Bye bye Toad.
So would this be agility or athletics?
That would be athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That would give you 18, but
Yeah. I dash across the road,
Okay.
dive out, and attempt to catch Toad.
He's only 10 years old, so he's small.
And I'm big.
You manage to catch him, but it's his feet that you catch. As his head smacks into the cobblestones, and you hear this meaty. You hear his neck snap.
bye bye errand boy.
Oh man.
You gave me someone to kill.
So I hold on to him, and I huddle under the awning so that way he doesn't have a shot down at me.
Yeah. Okay. Cyril pulls out another arrow, and he pulls out of his pocket a piece of cloth, and he wraps it around the arrowhead, and he's striking a flint, and he gets it lit.
Where's Grayson?
On the second floor, trying to find it. You find an open window, so now you've got to climb the rest of the way up.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 to shoot the building with a fire arrow. He hits it on the second floor level, right between the windows above the door. At this point,
We should roll it.
yeah, go ahead. Let's grab some additional dice. Everybody roll agility.
So what you got, Mike?
I got 18.
Jeff?
9.
Jeremy?
10.
I got 12. And Aaron, what'd you get?
11.
And Jordan?
13. But at this point, it is time to take a break. So we're going to find out what happens with Cyril right after this.
Phil, as you round the corner of the dungeon, you see a pedestal rise up from the ground. On it is a green glowing potion pulsating with its own light.
I roll to drink the potion.
You don't even need to roll. You pull out the stopper, quaff it quickly, and discover that you're listening to Alzabo Soup, a literary podcast where we become our favorite authors by devouring portions of their brains.
Oh shit, where's my save versus poison?
No. This is a good thing. Now you're getting all the knowledge of people who love speculative fiction, talking about authors like Kelly Link, Jack Vance, Rudyard Kipling, and of course our favorite, Gene Wolfe.
Well, this character's a bust. I should just trouble up this sheet right now.
Phil, we're supposed to be promoting the show at alzabosoup.libsyn.com.
All right, I'm rolling a dwarf.
Or wherever fine podcasts are listened to.
All right, so
Mike has a
Mike is our first go around.
You have a clear shot now.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol and I'm gonna take him out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice.
20
plus 1. So he's about 35 feet away. You get to roll again. So because of that, I think you probably already hit the target number.
15, 18, 19.
You hit the target number. Roll damage, and I'm going to roll might to see
Alright.
how much we...
3d plus 2. Hey!
Roll another die.
So 12, 16, 18.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, gosh.
Well, he's dead.
No, it's 14, which is more than we do.
Okay.
Actually, I take it back because I forgot to add the plus 2, so it's 20.
20 minus 4 is 16.
Which is
That's
beyond mortally wounded.
Yeah. So this is how it happens. He pushes Toad off and lets go of fire arrow, like within seconds of each other. Invisible Grayson is like clawing his way up the thatching of the roof, and as he lets go of the arrow and it flies into the house, you come out of the door with your pistol and you just... How do you want to kill him?
Well, they always say a headshot's the only real killer.
So the bullet pretty much goes like at the angle you're at. It goes like up through his mouth and
Right
through the back of his head. And he just you can see his body just crumple and fall straight backwards, just with the blow of the shot. And that is the end of Cyril. Done.
That was some initiative roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one person go.
Well, here's the deal. He shot better than all of you combined last session.
That's the quickest battle sequence ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, we saw the building on fire. We got put out. So
Yeah. So the building is on fire. The well is down at the major intersection of
Well, he has
I
some
always
water,
keep a
but
basin of water.
right, but it's up on the second story
in between windows.
in between the windows.
That's what. If it was down low, I was going to say I'm going to go pee on it.
Yeah, no,
But-
you would have a harder time peeing on this.
Yeah.
So who's next on initiative?
That would be the dead guy,
The dead guy. Well, the dead guy is no more. So
and so now it is myself.
okay. So what are you going to do?
All right, I am going to. Let's see. Let's go ahead and. All right, I'm going to go upstairs to where the fire hit.
Okay.
Is it burning through the wall yet, or is it
Not
just the
yet.
outside?
No, it's
Okay.
just the outside at this point.
So yeah, first thing I do is pop up in the window. I take a look out, see how much is spread, how fast it's spreading.
It looks like it's a pretty good. It's not a big blaze yet, but you can definitely tell that
How far away from the window that I'm at is the actual arrow?
there's about 10 feet between each window.
Okay, so
And
it's
so
about
it-
5 feet.
It's
from.
about 5 feet because it's right almost in the middle.
That's not easy to get to.
Why would I make it easy for you?
I do
All
have
right.
an awning out there.
Okay, well that would take a lot of acrobatics.
Yeah. Is there a fireplace on this level?
Would you like to spend a hero point?
Sure.
Then there is a fireplace on this level.
Wait. Podcasting first. Johnny has spent a hero point.
This is like
This never happens.
All right. I'm going to climb up the chimney
okay.
onto the roof.
Jeff is just looking at him.
I'm
dumbstruck.
have better access to put it out from up there than I do in between windows.
Okay. So who's next in the initiative?
Aaron.
How far away is the well?
5-minute walk.
Yeah, we'll say it's.
So
Yeah,
it's a ways.
It's a bit of a ways away.
How much water do we have on hand?
Probably a couple basins.
Enough to wash
Three or four
4 days.
3 or 4 buckets worth. One bucket for drinking, one for washing, and one for like cleaning tools.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that just to make this easy to try and put out the fire, any roll that you have to make is an agility roll, like to get the water onto the fire.
I rolled 17 to climb up the chimney. So
Okay, well that's fine.
I am going to go ahead and get up on the awning.
Okay, so that would be an athletics roll at this point. Are you going to go out through the window, or are you going to try and like clamber
right now
up
you're
over
still
the-
jump up.
You're still out across the street.
Oh yeah, so I have to get back across the street and then jump up onto the, reach up and grab it and then climb onto the awning.
Okay, so that would be an athletics check.
18.
18.
You make it. So you're able to clamber
Plus one,
up there. You're able to clamber up there. It's not a tall awning. It's only like 8 feet up, so it's an easy jump for someone who is as athletic as you are. The hardest part is like swinging your legs up to clamber up on top of it.
Okay.
So, and this is like a wooden awning. It's not cloth.
I'm also going to reach down and extend a hand to other people.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the ground? You were outside the
Up
building.
stairs.
Maybe not. I thought we had everyone outside.
No,
Okay.
Valentine is outside, and Grayson is across the street.
That we don't know where Grayson is. He's still invisible.
Invisible. Okay, so who's next?
Grayson.
Grayson.
How much of the building is on fire? I mean, this is
I'd say
shortly after, so has it actually took hold and caught?
It's caught a little bit on the building because you got to remember everything they made stuff out of was pretty flammable.
Right.
Unless it was stone and brick.
maybe 3 feet.
Yeah, it's spread a few feet, but it's not huge yet. It looks like it would be salvageable if you can act quickly.
Okay, what is it, that side of the building, what is it made of?
Wattle and daub.
So it's like
Wood.
one solid thing, or is it like...
So basically what they would do is they would like interweave branches together, and then they would smear mud on it.
Okay.
So it's kind of rough, kind of pebbly. You get into the wood part of it, and it would catch on fire pretty quickly.
Well...
That's why chimneys were always made out of stone.
Yeah.
If you want, you can go ahead and make an athletics check to try and get down to the main street, and then you can move over on your next turn if you want.
Yeah, that's looks like what I'm going to have to do.
Okay.
But I don't have athletics, so it's got to base to my agility.
Okay.
What's my target?
Well, gravity is helping you.
Yeah, that could be a good thing. It could not be a good thing.
Well, it depends on how you want to do it. Do you want to like try and scrabble down the side of the building? Do you want to jump?
I'm not jumping, no.
Okay. So you're kind of
Definitely
like,
not.
You're kind of like
Swing down off the edge,
Yeah,
holding onto
yeah.
it. And
kind of
down
sliding
there.
down the side of the building. We'll say your target is. It's going to be 15. Because it's kind of hard to do. Like you said, gravity could not be your friend.
And if I miss, gravity is not my friend. Gotta waste my 2 hero points because I got a 6.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would
you have to use both hero
I
points.
gotta-
Well, couldn't you use one hero point just complete reroll?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but then if I fail on
Yeah.
as badly
Yeah.
on this one, then there is no way out of it.
True.
So I'm spending my hero. All right, so I make it down.
Okay. So you're down on the ground. You're on the awning, Brother Benedict. Valentine, you're on the street level. Jeff, you're going up the stairs, correct? And you have clambered up the chimney and you're on the roof.
Have we hit my turn yet?
Well, yeah, it's your turn now.
Okay.
All right. Going up the stairs and out the window to start
So
smothering it.
So you're on the awning.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you take any water with you or anything like that?
I'm going to use my cloak to just pat it down.
Okay. It's spread at least another foot on each side now, so it's going to be pretty big.
It's spreading quickly.
In 6 seconds?
Yes.
Yeah, fire. I mean, this is...
Jeff, a house can go up completely in 3 minutes.
Yeah, there was. I once saw like a kitchen fire on a like a work training video that went up in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like it can.
Like I said, a house can be completely gone in 3 minutes.
So
Especially if it's older house.
in wood.
Yep.
One saving grace is that it is winter, so there's like there.
It's not spraying as quickly because it's
And we'll
colder.
say that there is snow on the actual thing that you could scoop up and beat it with that. That will actually help you out a lot.
Well, then I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm rolling my agility for athletics, right?
Right. 15.
15.
Yeah. Okay, you're successful. So you have 1 success to start smothering out the fire. 3 successes are needed to completely put out the fire.
Goes back to Valentine.
Valentine.
All right.
So, Brother Benedict is offering you a hand up.
All right. I'll extend my hand to Brother Benedict here.
Okay.
To get
And so you'll go ahead and use your athletics.
up. All right.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check to make sure you don't fall off.
Oh, nice.
He's not playing that.
Wonderful.
10, 11, 12, 13,
7.
14,
You're good. You're
I'm
good,
not,
Brother
though.
Benedict. What'd you get?
7, 9, 10, and I rolled 1 on the wild die.
So you got
you
5.
Yeah.
Your hand slips.
That's why you don't grab by the hand.
So if you want to, spend a hero point to,
You really want us to use our hero point.
that's the point of the hero points is to make
Yeah.
things like this work.
And remember, they refresh.
They refresh at
true.
the end of it.
Right.
And come on, we're on the last last episode of the evening.
Yes.
So
But Jeff currently has 5.
All right. I will
I'm planning on using them if I need to.
spend a hero point.
okay. So you are able to pull yourself up.
We're both on the awning.
Yep. You're both on the awning.
So there's
and
3 of you on the awning
There's
now.
3 of you on the
I hope
awning.
this awning's strong.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to roll 4d6 to
For
see
the
if
awning strength.
to see if it holds. 5, 7, 8, 9. You hear some creaking under your feet, especially because it's cold wood. You know, it's brittle a little bit, but it doesn't seem like anybody's feet are going to go through quite yet.
I'm gonna be so mad at you if my house breaks.
You don't want this
Your
house
imaginary
anymore.
house.
Yes. Alright, so I'm on the roof.
Okay. Please just tell me you like push snow down.
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to do.
Yes.
Is I'm pushing snow to that side of the roof, like just gathering up over top of it
Okay.
and like letting it
Nice.
rain down on it.
I'm going to say that's a wit check.
Okay?
Because that's using your brains.
I'm no dummy.
It's the most resourceful thing you guys have done yet.
Yeah, I'm a dummy. Actually, no,
No.
You're a
It's
fool.
still I'm a dummy. I only got 4, but
Let's see how much snow gets pushed off and how much weight that adds on.
Oh!
It's fine. It's
on
fine.
the fire. So
14.
I said I was letting it rain down on it.
Right,
so.
but here's the thing: is that the awning comes directly to the house.
Yeah.
So it's hitting the fire, yes, but then the weight of the snow is also hitting.
No, the water would be hitting.
But still, that
Because I'm not
adds-
pushing the snow off. I'm pushing it to the edge.
But the fire
So-
is down.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying.
So you haven't pushed it down yet?
No, I'm pushing it to the edge, so the fire's melting the snow, making it rain down on it.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
So
I
it's
see.
water
I
falling.
thought you were
Yeah.
pushing the snow on top of it.
No, I'm pushing it right over top of it.
Okay. So now there is water dripping down the side.
Yes.
Of the roof. Okay.
I'm gonna yell at you guys. Throw snowballs at it.
we can't reach it physically. Like I can't reach up and touch it from
Yeah.
where we're
Now
at.
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can.
Yes,
you're-
because you're on
okay.
the awning.
You're on the awning where you
And
can.
it's now spread.
Well,
Yeah.
how fast is it going out with him beating it? That's the question.
Well, so he can. It depends on where he's beating it. Because if he's beating it in the center, then the edges can still spread.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to follow suit. I'm going to pick up a. I don't have a cloak. I'm going to pick up.
You have a habit.
I do. I'm going to rip my robe off.
Are you wearing anything underneath?
I am.
Pants.
Yes.
These are not
Pants.
my pants.
And I'm going to pick up some snow in my robe and attempt to smother as well.
Okay.
Nice. 6 on the well. Nice.
15, 19, 25.
That's another success.
I hope so.
Now it's Jeremy.
Still invisible.
Don't try to come up here.
You don't.
No, I'm running into the shop where I know that there was buckets of water.
Okay.
But all of us failed to grab.
Yes.
Well, I would have, except for I was climbing up the chimney.
So does that take my entire turn to
I thought
get to the water?
Chimney.
Maybe to get the water.
So here's
to
the thing:
window.
you can roll athletics to get to the water, and subtract a die. You can do another action at -1 die again. You basically what you can do more than one action.
Split action.
So you can do a split action to get the water and then get it to the upstairs and like hand it through the window to these guys.
That's a long ways.
I figured.
What would the target number be for?
Upstairs.
What would the target number be for that?
We'll go ahead and say to run across the street and into the house is 15. No, I'm sorry, 10.
I'm not splitting actions because I only have 3D, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna run to get into the house to get to the water.
Okay.
At least one of the buckets should be upstairs.
9. So
I'll
what
give
do
it to you with a consequence.
Okay. Do I have to choose before I know what the consequence is?
Yes.
I'll do it with the consequence.
Okay. So the consequence is you have had a small bag of like a substance on you. You know, like you always have the thing that everybody wants, right? And some people want like tobacco and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you've got this tobacco. As you're running, you clip like your hip on the door and it knocks it off and it falls into the fireplace that has a small fire going. So you lose one of your items that you would use for trade.
Okay. The only pouch of something I had was not used for trade. I will just say I'll go ahead and lose that. That's the only thing I had. Dang it. Oh my
Was
gosh.
it your fake money?
It wasn't. I didn't have the pouch for that. That was just in my pocket.
Yeah.
But okay. And I guess as soon as I make it inside, I'm dropping invisibility.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
Is it me?
Yep.
Sweet.
Patting down a fire. Patting down a fire.
10.
Okay. Brother Benedict is working on one edge, and you're working on the other edge, and then there's this water that's dripping down, and it takes care of the rest of it, but you can definitely see into your bedroom.
So the fire is being...
The fire is dealt with.
Fire is dealt with.
Yes.
Fire's out.
Let's go ahead and roll for the awning. You start hearing boards crack.
I throw a hero point to make it strong.
But you can climb through the window quickly.
Hero points are only for you, they're not for that.
There's a big hole in your house. You just gotta crawl through the hole.
It's not a big hole.
With the burning edges.
Window.
Yeah.
So you go through the open windows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one through is Brother Benedict, and his foot does go through one of the boards.
Why are you gonna do this to me? God. You're destroying my shop.
Yeah.
So?
That's mean.
Do I look nice?
You should.
Look at the grin. I mean, he has to be nice, right?
So, you guys have managed to put out the fire. Toad is... Where is Toad's body?
Laying on the ground across the street, I guess.
I dropped him when the house was on fire, and I...
Okay.
Is Cyril's body on the roof, or did it
It
fall
fall
It
off?
fell off onto the opposite
On
side.
the
of
opposite
street.
side?
Yes.
Near Toad's body.
No, on the other
Across
side
the
of
house from Toad's
the
body.
back side of the
The
building.
house.
Man,
Oh,
that
okay.
was one
Yeah.
heck of a gunshot.
Yeah, it was. It went right through... It,
Well,
like,
I mean, it
Yeah.
had to have thrown his body over the house.
No, so he was standing like on the peak with one foot on one side and one foot on the other, and the shot knocked him off equilibrium, and so he fell backwards. It was a really cool shot.
No.
So Toad tumbled along the roof before he fell off.
Yes.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
what happened was Toad got kicked down the roof.
Yeah, I got that, but I was thinking like he was on the edge and fell off. But he tumbled and then
he like
fell.
rolled down the roof like
And
head
then
first
fell.
and then fell. Yeah, it was kind of like a Spider-Man and his girlfriend before Mary Jane.
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, where he caught her and snuck in there.
Caught her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
I climbed back inside.
Yeah. So now you guys have put out the best,
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
and now you gotta. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess at that point, are you guys coming back downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well,
you see Grayson there, and he's got the 2 buckets in his hand. He's like, "Is everything all right?"
Fire's out.
Okay. He drops the bucket, and he walks straight over to Valentine, pushes him back up against the wall, and is like, "Do you realize what you have just done?"
Saved our lives.
No, you have not saved our lives.
He was shooting at us.
You have to look at the big picture. You have put our lives in jeopardy.
Our lives were in jeopardy already. If I didn't shoot him, we might be dead right now.
We might have been dead. Now, most likely, we are.
Well, I have a feeling we would be dead now had I not shot him.
Grayson turns around and says, "Maybe you all," and walks out the door.
So you guys want to follow him, or
I said, look, somebody needs to go talk to the Lord
Walsham?
Walsham, yes, and let him know to head to the docks with whomever he sees fit.
Because he can't send Toad for that.
Nope. That was going to be my next task for him, but so one of us needs to go do that. And
Grayson is heading around the back of the building to try and retrieve Cyril's body.
Okay.
I go to Toad's body.
Okay.
I follow to Toad's body.
Okay.
I'll go with them.
Do you work on cleaning up your shop?
Don't worry about it.
No, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to look at it for a second, shake my head with
I can't
like
even.
this cringe. Yes, I can't even. I can't even. And then head off towards Lord Walsham.
Okay, so you're going to go take care of that.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to Lord Walsham.
I'm
And
checking
so
Toad's body, see what's in his
Yeah, you're going
pockets,
to
and
Lord Walsham.
because there's nothing I can do to save his life at this point.
right.
So.
So she had not written down the note, so you still don't know one way or another. But you
Yeah.
find
Well,
something-
I wrote it down for him because
Oh,
he wasn't privy to the conversation,
Right.
so I wrote it down for him to deliver.
Okay, so you find that piece of paper.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. And I also take anything identifying who he is.
How busy are the streets?
There were some people on the streets, but they all fled when they heard gunshots and everything.
I
So
only heard one.
yeah, one, but
Well, and they saw a house on fire.
house on fire. There's a,
People yelling.
And then
There
Grayson,
was
get
shot,
out here, I'm
yeah.
going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing.
yeah, things got a little hairy there. So you're starting to see people poke their heads out of doors and from alleyways and stuff like that. But
Well, most likely not on the backside of the house.
No, they're on the Main Street where we are.
Good.
And so you're at his body. You're at the body of Cyril.
Is it out on a just street, or is it the back alleyway?
It's an alleyway.
Okay.
And it's a pretty nasty alleyway, too. It's like got a lot of filth and refuse, and people are just dumping chamber pots out in there. It smells pretty
It's a place
awful,
that gets cleaned twice a year.
if that.
Oh, they have to.
Is there any easy way, because I'm not going to be able to myself physically take his body back, nor would I want to if people were starting to poke their heads out.
Yeah.
The easily way I can conceal the body in that area temporarily.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, you can pull. There's some branches. There's some garbage. There are things that you could pile on top of the body to keep it from being found.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. Some old barrels, crates, that kind of stuff. And so you hide his body, and do you go back? What do you do?
I go back.
You go back.
Yeah.
Got the three of us.
And you're standing with Toad.
Well, I'm standing right next to it, checking his body out. So probably when he comes back, and
How do you feel about this, Brother Benedict? This is the first time that you've seen a life being taken in front of you like this, isn't it?
Yes.
not the first time you've seen death, though.
No. And the response of Byrom kind of makes me angry as he's rifling through this child's pockets, and I kind of shove him a little bit to get him away from the kid.
Look, he was my boy. I'm taking care of it.
You can take care of it, but with respect. Doesn't need to be searched like a backpack.
Actually, yeah, he does. You don't see me stealing his clothes or anything, do you?
Johnny, go ahead and roll Persuade. Go ahead and roll Wit, Brother Benedict. Jordan's famous opposed roll.
15.
11.
So it sounds like he's starting to make some sense to you why he's doing what he's doing.
Trust me. I love this boy as if he were my own son.
So,
But there are very important things that have to go on right now to save a lot of people's lives.
So, by disrespecting him, we will save more.
Yes.
Okay.
His body will be treated
Okay.
with care.
Okay. I will assist with preparing him to be buried.
Thank you. So,
All right.
now take the rope I had and wrap the body in the robe after I search pockets.
And remember, you are not wearing anything except your
Pants.
and I do have leather armor on.
Oh, that's right. You do have your leather armor. So
I'm a little chilly.
yeah.
And my robe is soaking wet.
What are you? You're with them, right, Valentine?
Yes.
So what do you think about this whole situation?
Well, I felt like I had no choice of what we had to do.
Yeah.
It was like it was either a do or die situation. Had I not done it, we possibly. And actually, I'm not gonna say we're possibly. We would have probably all been dead at this point, and then our remains would have been scraped up, and we'd be in some.
we may not have been dead, but we've been definitely in a position to stop what's going on next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or in a lot of trouble. I think we'd definitely be locked up. That's for sure.
And so, how quickly does it take you to get to the 7 stars?
I don't know.
He's in the business district, so it's probably not too
Not
long.
terribly far. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me your agility. Yeah.
13.
A 13-minute walk.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We're getting close to Johnny's laws of physics here.
Close, but not quite.
No, I mean he's just gone through a battle. He's there. He had to put out a fire. He's in a little bit of an emotional shock because he saw someone die, and then his house was on fire, and then his compatriots are fighting now between themselves. So it's a lot to take in, and he's trying to complete the
And
mission.
he's lugubrious to start with,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, so he's kind of losing focus. He might have passed it once, but but he goes in. The Lord isn't there.
There's obviously a way to contact him.
Yes, so go ahead and make a wit roll.
Wit roll. Smart too.
14.
Yeah, 14.
That's enough. So you go up to the bartender and you give him the secret sign that you have important information to pass on.
Yeah.
Because the bartender's in.
Obviously.
And yeah. The bartender, you give him like the message, and then he sends a runner to Lord Walsham.
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to the shop? Do you want to go to Dyncham House? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna go back to where all these goons are and say, let's do what we set out to.
Okay. So all in all, you're back within half an hour. So
That's enough time for him to hide the body.
Yeah, enough time for him to hide the body and
Us
for you
to
to tow
take
his
care of the body,
Yeah.
Buried in the back of the clock shop.
Well, it's not buried yet. It's wrapped.
Oh, yeah.
Brother Benedict, it's time to pull up the floorboards in the back of the shop.
Rolling might.
And then at this point, I think that obviously we've run out of time, so we're not going to be able to get to the big confrontation until next time. So thank you very much for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. We're going to have a commentary episode, and then the week after next, we'll be bringing back the action. So hope you stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, Mike, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook and Google+. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.